Guess what time it is? It's hero time! Today's StreamYard, we are checking out the best and worst moments of Ben 10, the 2005 edition. Yes, the one that started it all throughout the Ben 10 franchise. I love the show so much, so when my friends Blitz and Bobby get here, we'll get started because they're Ben 10 fans. So that's the reason I created a stream. And I didn't do it Sunday because I was busy grocery shopping with my mom and I was exhausted. But we're doing it today, so I'm really excited for this. Hey, Bobby.
Hey,
How's it going?
it's going good. How about
Great.
you?
Good. I'm just excited to do this. I'm glad I finally get to do this since I didn't get to do it Sunday.
It's gonna be great. I can feel it.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
glad I came up with this idea. What was the first episode you watched of Ben 10? Did the 2005 one?
I really don't know, honestly. I think it was either from some in season 1 or 2.
I don't remember either, cause yeah, I don't remember much when I first watched it. So, do 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 do. Oh, all right. Also, if you want to, you can use
Yeah,
a picture for. Oh, I'm sorry.
I am gonna do that. Although on the Five Whale wiki, there are other images of Ben that Kuro has made. There is one where Ben is in the original series one, so I will put that one in.
All right. Just waiting for
Just
let's
hold on.
see,
It's
Freshie.
on the wrong page. Need to save as or wait for yes, please. Oh, what the hell, man? There. Let's see this work. Yeah. Is Ditto one of your favorite original aliens?
I mean, it's a little bit in the original series, but in Omniverse, his my favorite because I like the design. But I'm using the original series version to match the year and stuff, so it makes more sense.
And yeah. This works. And there. Uh, There it
Oh,
is.
nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, there's more of like ones from Alien Force Ultimate Alien Omniverse.
Cool,
And yeah, and Five Way on and Young Adult Ben.
nice. Do 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 do. So, how you been doing since Sunday?
Just doing all right.
Cool.
How about
Uh,
you?
good. The reason it took so long because my mom, we went to Finland and Arville, and they're doing have some good deals, and I went around a shopping spree, and then went to Dollar Tree and Boaz because everything's $1 and stuff. So she went a bit overboard, and plus I got exhausted during that. So and another reason I wouldn't be able to do stream if I wanted to, even though I was exhausted, because Blitz went to dinner with his family. So
Yeah, that was understandable.
yeah, I'm just waiting for Blitz to join in. He said he is ready when you commented. So I'm he probably got asked to do something right quick, I guess. Oh,
Yeah,
oh wait.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, never mind. There he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zombosa Circus.
Hey, Blitz.
Hello.
I was telling him, you probably got caught up with something. Your mom probably called you or something.
No, I just had to do some things on YouTube. That's it. After my Zombosa episode.
Oh, okay. I'm still working on my Mavis episode, so I don't know if I'll post it later or tomorrow.
But yeah, there was a special occasion why I posted today instead of yesterday because of this big day.
Makes sense. And speaking of which, we'll go ahead and get started. I'll write down the very first episode.
It started when.
Wait! Before you say anything, I will explain to the viewers on a bit of a brief history on Ben 10. So, you see, it started when an alien device did what it did, and it stuck itself upon its wrist with secrets that it hid.
Wow. You know, that should be a song, Bobby. The way you're explaining it should be a song.
There should be a song.
Yeah.
And go.
In my personal opinion about Ben 10, one of the best from my childhood. Like, yeah, I don't like how people describe it as like other shows like Danny Phantom and Jake Long. That's what they described it as.
Yeah, and I loved it because the kid turned into aliens, and they are really cool. And their powers and stuff.
That's literally like.
Oh, come on, not this Joker again. That Lucy guy. God damn
it. Is it a spammer?
Yes. It's always like the same guy that's spamming.
I just hate that.
Okay. There he is again. Get out of here.
All right, so let's just go ahead and talk about it. All right. So the first ever.
I was gonna say the first time I actually saw a Ben 10 was at one of my local comic book store. It was a cover of a comic, and then I saw it on TV.
Oh, that's cool. Blitz told me that he saw an airplane. It was like
hold on. Let's save that for later until we bring that episode up, if it makes sense. Yeah. So can I explain the first episode?
Oh, sure. I don't mind.
So it starts.
By the way, great profile pic.
Thank you. Because go ahead, Christian.
I thought you meant me, but I know you're talking to Blitz. So yeah.
I did mean Christian. Sorry.
That's okay. Because
but your profile picture is good, Blitz.
Oh yeah.
Quit it with this stupid
They
Lucy.
Must be a really big fan of Scarlett Johansson if they're spamming Lucy a lot. Or maybe they're just a fan of Peanuts.
Hi, Judd.
Anyway,
okay, so while he's doing that, it's the first episode. Even though, I'm just gonna wait until he gets back.
I swear, this guy cannot give me a break with this stupid Lucy thing.
Let's keep your eye on the chat, okay?
Yeah. So,
well, I'm still going to block him and stuff, but go ahead and talk about and then there were 10.
Okay, so this was the first episode of the Ben 10 franchise itself. And yeah, even though this was my first episode, it was a great honor of like being like the first episode of Ben 10. So it starts off with Ben. He's basically at school the last day of school, and he's just waiting until like this summer like start and all that. He throws a paper plane, and then the teacher explains like And fun fact, that teacher was voiced by Jennifer Hill.
That's interesting. And before that happened, there was a big battle between two alien spaceships. One, which is a evil dictator named Vilgax. He wants something called the Omnitrix. That's why there's a battle. And then, of course, you go ahead and explain the rest.
So yeah, and then of course Ben is now like at home, and then of course now he's going to this trip with his grandpa Max and cousin Gwen, which
Which
he thought
he
was
hates.
like just calling it dweeb, doofus, and all of that. But there are times where they could be good to each other. It depends on the episodes and all that. But yeah, he thought the trip was really boring because he legit like said like there's nothing to do for the summer, like. But at night, because he went to get out some wood, he saw like an asteroid like landing through. And it was revealed to be the Omnitrix.
Well, he didn't really go out there for wood. He was just going out there because the trip was lame. He just wanted a night for himself. So, so yeah,
explained.
The reason the Watch or the Omnitrix fell to Earth because while Vilgax and the other ship were battling, the other ship, which is the good guy ship, transported the Omnitrix towards Earth like a meteor.
Yeah, and Ben like saw it and he went through it. It's like when he then it eventually the pod opened and it revealed a watch, not any watch, a special watch would can turn you to any aliens. He went near it and then it got stuck into his like arm and all that. He was trying to get it out until
but no cigar. Then he pressed the green button and popped up a silhouette. He gently pressed it and he became all red and magma-like and got caught on fire. And also started freaking out.
Yeah. And then this was the first alien ever in the Benton history, Heat Blast.
Yep.
Who here loves Heat Blast?
Yeah, Heat Blast is one of the best. Like, of course, a classic. Who doesn't love Heat Blast?
And a cool fact that he's voiced by none other than Steve Bloom, which is one of the ones how I got introduced to Steve Bloom because of Heat Blast.
Yeah, and also of the original series Vilgax and Ghost Freak.
Yes,
right. We'll talk about Ghost Freak and we'll talk about Ghost Freak in a little bit.
I just wanted to put a few facts.
Yeah. So yeah, now Ben's freaking out as like Heat Blast, saying, "I'm on fire! I'm on fire! I'm on fire!"
But he's okay. He's not feeling pain or anything. So he decides to test out his powers, like shooting fireballs through the trees. Bad idea, because it starts forest fire. Gwen and Grandpa Max notices it and each grab a fire extinguisher. He tries to put out the fire, but of course, since he's made a fire, he can't do it. And then Gwen notices him. She starts freaking out, starts attacking him until he reveals that it's Ben. He explains what happened, and he tries to explain to Grandpa, but Grandpa told him explain later. So I told him about what happened, and Gwen said that she thinks he's a monster, and Grandpa said he's an alien. And Haybots was worried that it would be studied like this forever and be at school and home whatnot. But the object times out, which is a function that for a few minutes using an alien and then revert back to human. And then Grandpa Max suggested him not to use it until figure out what's going on and stuff. But Ben didn't listen. He's trying to test it out. And then Vilgax from earlier, you see he's been damaged during the battle. Most of his limbs are torn apart, and he's in a special regeneration chamber.
You can like see his innards too. So
yeah,
that's alien gore for you. There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, while that's happening, Grandpa's looking for the crash site, and then Vilgax dropped down a giant robot and set out two twin drones after the Omnitrix, and then Ben figured out how to start the Omnitrix. It transformed another alien, which is orange four-legged eyeless being named Wild Mutt. It doesn't talk; it just roars. And then Gwen notices this, and
roars, just like any other dog.
Yeah, Gwen knows that, and she tried to attack him with a stick with a marshmallow on it. And then Wild Mutt has special like gills, like sensors, and he dodged it effortlessly, and then he got away, tested him out, and then he noticed the robots attacking him, so he started attacking them, and then he timed out, and then Gwen destroyed the robot before it attacked him, and then Grandpa Max and Gwen Ben are at the RV. I heard a radio broadcast about the giant robot attacking the campsite. Ben transformed into another alien, which transformed into a giant, a diamond-like being named Diamond Head. And then he tested it out. I figured out they could shoot crystals. Morph his hand to a crystal blade, and then he destroyed the robot with laser reflected back at him. And then towards the end of the episode, when they're packing up, we're introduced to one more alien named Accelerate, which is accelerate like fast, but it's spelled XLR and number 8, which is pretty clever. And so Accelerate packed the rest of the stuff, and then as shown the last scene, apparently since earlier, the bullies JT and Cash put wedged Tennyson onto the tree. He did the same thing to JT and Cash, so that's it.
That's funny.
Yeah, and you did you mention Walmart was provided by D. Bradley Baker, and both Accelerate and Emmett were voiced by Jim Ward.
Yes,
Yeah.
and also after the fight was done with Diamond Head, Grandpa Max almost gave away the identity. He almost said Ben, but he said Diamond Headed guy, so that's what Ben got the idea for Diamond Head, which is a really good name.
I think it's an all right name for him. I mean,
So, what do you think of that episode?
Awesome.
Loved it. I loved it when I saw it on DVD. I got season 1 of it when I was at Target.
That's
Nice.
on TV.
That is
Yeah. So, a great addition to the series and stuff. So, to the next one, I picked out randomly permanent retirement.
great.
So in this episode, Chesons are at a convenience store or gas station. Gwen and Ben are trying to pick out their ice cream until a bunch of thugs try to steal ATM. They hook up to ATM to a truck, and then the truck won't start, and then revealed to be all green and circuitry, revealed to be one of Ben's aliens named Upgrade, which is a galvanic mechamorph, which is a blob-like alien with a cyclop eye. Any machine he could touch and upgrade it and stuff. So he defeated the guys. He gets out. He asks Grandpa, where should we go next? And Grandpa said to Veers and their retirement village. And Ben is actually upset about this because he don't want to hang out with old people besides Max. So Vera is, of course, Max's sister. And then Ben noticed that one of the old people flipped over from the roof, and Gwen said it's just the heat. And it is really hot there. And when they go inside, Ben complains how much it smells. When they eat dinner, and the Jello is some kind of moldy stuff. Ben was offered some candy, but it wasn't candy, some kind of coffee or something like that. And then Ben sneaks away and.
I was gonna say coffee candy. I don't think that's a good thing.
That's some old people candy. So hard candy.
Anyway, yeah.
Well,
so Ben goes to the bathroom. He transforms to alien, which is a ghostly alien with one eye, really gray. Comes to Ghost Freak, and then before he revealed his voice, and Vera handed Gwen a shell. It hit the ocean, but it wasn't ocean. It was Ghost Freak whispering, "Loser, loser." So yeah, he Ghost Freak snuck away to see what to do. He grabs a golf cart and starts driving around, and then he smells some pie, and then notices this old lady tries to fly, but jumps on the ceiling and eats it. Everett freaks him out. Then he notices one of the neighbors named Marty is carrying a rug out of the way, and he also noticed that he can stretch. And Ghost Freak was about to investigate until he timed out, revealing who he was, and then he get attacked by Marty, which is a fake guy and stuff. He got away because Marty got freaked out by water. Then Ben came back, tried to explain, but Gwen explained that when he ran away, he hurt Evera's feelings, but she's asleep, which upset Ben because it's too early to sleep and stuff. So they decided to check out the rest of tomorrow. Of course, as shown, Evera getting attacked by some mysterious green blob until next morning, as showed Evera acting odd, and then she freaks out after Gwen accidentally drops some coffee and water. And so try to clean up, and Gwen and Ben try to investigate until they're attacked by old people, which are actually aliens. And Ben tries to Walmart to fight them, and then go underground because that's where the aliens are right now. And they went to Grandma Max, but it wasn't Grandma Max. It was one of the aliens. They're called the Lion Max when they discovered they're grabbing old people to their ship and stuff, and then Ben transfers to heat blast trying to fight them, but they're resistant to heat, but they are afraid of water because they can melt through water. So they burst a water pipe through them and defeated them, and then put everyone back where they belong. And then Ben said he actually had a good time with Aunt Vera.
Yeah, I did quite like Aunt Vera's company, like how kind she is. But wait,
Yeah.
I can already imagine like if they did this for the reboot, like just copy the episode and reboot Ben having overflow, that would have been like an easy defeat.
Yeah. I don't know how it worked with Aunt Vera in the reboot, so.
I mean, there is like a character in there who looks like her, but it's not her. It's someone. It's their Aunt Kathy, but she still reminds me of her. So
Okay. All right. Next
anyway,
one.
anyone
Last
who
laugh.
anyone who was like freaked out by Ghost Freak as a kid, I was a little bit, but I seem to grow and enjoy him.
I don't remember if I was or not. I think I was unfazed, but I don't honestly remember.
Unfazed.
Funny. All right, go ahead, Blitz.
All right, so this is where it started out for me for Ben 10. This was my first episode,
Okay.
and yeah, it all happened yesterday. It's like we remember, like I was a kid, just traveling with my family, and of course in the airplanes, they would have like these little TVs behind the seats, and like you would choose any show, but at the time, Ben 10 was the only like cartoon show they had, and like they also had like live action stuff and shorts. I just picked that, and my God, it was fabulous.
Yeah, it's a good thing you picked that. And why would that be the only cartoon and not like SpongeBob or Dora Explorer
I
or?
mean, I don't
I mean,
really know. Huh?
honestly, this show was something I binged watched on Cartoon Network.
I actually
Yeah,
saw
same.
every episode on HBO Max along with Benton Alien Force and Alternate Alien.
I've seen both on like both TV and DVD.
Nice.
Mhm. Yeah,
especially
speaking of
like
DVD,
online, especially
Mm.
like online, like what they did with Omniverse. But that's a whole story for another day.
Speaking of DVD, yeah, I did used to have a Ben 10 DVD, but it was from the library because you could check out DVDs and books and all that. And I was really surprised they had like a Ben 10 DVD from Omniverse.
That's cool. I actually have every DVD of Omniverse. Two of
I
which I
have-
got from Walmart years ago, and then I got one where Albedo returns, which I was excited for. Got from Walmart, and then I didn't have the other DVDs yet.
I have like every DVD of Ben 10, even the both live action and Destroy All Aliens.
That's cool. But ever since I got Amazon, or was it which I got them? I don't remember. But when I got those, I got the last two Ben 10 DVDs, which is Aliens at War, and then the Galactic Enforcers one, which is awesome. But continue with Last Left Blitz.
So yeah, my first episode, it was really great, as I mentioned before. Wanted to keep it short and everything because so yeah, Ben and his family, find this like circus, and of course we get introduced to like one of the classic villains, Don Bozo. At the time, he was voiced by John Kassir, and the saga got introduced to John Kassir as well.
Me too.
Same.
And then besides Buzzle, we're just called the Circus Freak Trio. One is a muscular freak, we're called Thumb Skull, which his hair resembles a thumb, and he has, of course, a super strength. And then introduced to Frightwig, voiced by Cree Summer. Her hair has strength as well. She also like tentacle like hair stuff and whatnot. And then finally, Acid Breath. He has a special mask, kind of like Hannibal Lecter. He takes it off, and his breath is like acid. That's why it's called Acid Breath. So, and
Yeah,
yeah, and Bren is actually afraid of clowns.
yeah. And then of course in Omniverse, it made it obvious for it because of that flashback.
Yeah, and he's
Oh,
back to
man.
be afraid of clowns. But anyways,
Yeah.
Wait, there is also a 5-whale design of Zombozo. It resembles his original series, but he's like very zombie-like. Do you want to see?
Let's see. I think I might have seen it, but let's see it again.
Hold on, I might have to present. Yeah. What? Present. Oh no, wait, never mind. So here it is, right here.
So he turned into a zombie and then turned into Ben? That makes more sense.
No, it's like I think it was like implied like an omniverse that he was like already dead or something. I mean, he is already like zombie like an omniverse, but in this one, it's like a whole other level. Wait, Christian, if you remember, this is like how Akira would interpret his -10.
yeah, I did see that one.
I was
So.
like, that was insane.
So yeah, last lap, Zombozo is trying to entertain anyone, but of course this freaks out Ben. Then Ben finds out that Circus Freak Trio are actually criminals trying to rob a bank and stuff. And then Ben turned to Wild Mutt to attack him. And then Dubskull came to warn Zombozo. This upsets Zombozo because he says he's wearing his ad, but after finding out, he comes to investigate. But of course Ben cannot fight Zombozo because of how afraid Cloudsy is, so he's easy defeated. Then later on, the circus appears, and then Grubba Max is slowly laughing a little bit, but at the same time, he's sad. And then while trying to find Gwen, she's been captured. They also had a wreck. Then found out that Zombozo actually steals souls.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
I like
really
how they
dark.
did that. They did the similar thing to like what you said from Omniverse, Christian. Like but what really got me to watch the show more like was because of Ghost Freak, because of that epic fight they had. And goddamn, now we know what Zombozo is scared of, Ghost Freak. But in Omniverse, he's scared of Topic, like because of his ugly face and all that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Ghost Freak, I didn't really mean to scare Zombozo because when he did the claw thing, it was revealed to be evil Ghost Freak, which we'll explain later. Because that's a whole different story.
Wait, how did you feel like the tentacle popping out of Ghost Freak?
That was actually
like,
cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
It was really cool. Also, other than Acid Breath and let's see, Frightwig, because they didn't choose their voices, Dumbskull's like voices. Like, what do you thought of his original voice?
It was really fitting for him, honestly.
Yeah, and let's see. Of course, going to like Omniverse with David K's version, and yeah, I like how somebody in the comments.
His was good. It was good.
You know what people compare his to? His voice of Dumbskull.
What?
Sylvester Stallone's voice.
What?
I
Yeah.
mean, David K did alright, but I don't like how his hands actually turn into thumbs.
And then, of course, John DiMaggio's version from Reboot. What do you think of it?
Yeah, it actually is perfect for him.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you think like John DiMaggio is perfect for both Thumbskull and Zombozo?
I mean, yeah.
I think. Well, for my opinion, that was like at that time it was like both David K and John for Thumbskull and John for Zombozo.
Yeah, and so yeah, after the fight, between Zombozo and Ghost Freak, everything went back to normal, and then Ben's not afraid of clowns. So Gwen tried to scare him with a clown mask, but this unaffected Ben, so he's no longer afraid of clowns until Omniverse.
Wait. But in Ultimate Alien, when he made his only appearance, remember, there was this one scene where Kevin was like, "You fought him before." He was like, "No," and Ben was trying to tell a lie to Kevin, so he doesn't know that he was scared of clowns. Because you know how like Kevin likes to joke with Ben.
Yeah, I found that out through fandom, which makes
Yeah.
sense. All right, next one, which is the second episode, Washington, BC. So it all starts through a building fire, and then a mom and a son try to get out, but they can't. So Heat Blast comes in, says he's the only fighter to do it, since he doesn't have a water-based alien yet. He decides to save them, and they did. And then he noticed it got all the Sumo Slimmer cards, and Sumo Slimmer is a thing with sumos, and he's a big fan of, and he's very obsessive. They're in a grocery store. Well, before that, we are introduced to a guy named Dr. Aloysius J. Animo, or Dr. Animo for short. His landlord tells him you're past due renting. He said he used his money for his equipment and stuff, so he turned to a frog to immune with equipment he made. He needs more equipment to get his reward, which his past life, he was a scientist, but he lost his reward to a rival of his. So he went to grocery store where he needs to get his stuff. That's where the Tensons are. And then Ben wants to find the golden card, so he turns into another alien named Gray Matter. That was only brief appearance because he was going through cereal boxes, and then whole aisle is littered with cereal boxes and forced to pay for all of them. So Dr. Emerald came in and mutated a gerbil and a parakeet, and then since Ben is timed out, turd. I'm sure it'll come out.
Oh wait, also I think you forgot to mention that that Dr. Animo is voiced by the great Dwight Schultz.
I was just about to mention that in a little bit.
But that episode was
my bad
pretty
there,
calm,
buds.
I think. Oh no, I was muted, so I don't interrupt you. That's why.
Okay, well, you disappeared there. Also, hello, Akron Draco 14. Hello there. But anyways, yeah, it's like Bobby said. I was just about to mention. Dr. Animal is voiced by Dwight Schultz, which I got introduced to him, and he also is in Chowder as
Mongol. Let's see here. Yes, he was also in Team and T, Billy and Mandy. He got
the
the
A-Team. The A-Team with Mr. T.
Who did he play as in Billy and Mandy?
He played I know one of his characters. He played this crazy old dude, like hippie wise, like yelling at somebody. And to make it easier for you, I'm just gonna go to it right now.
Okay. Yeah, while you do that, I'll go ahead and finish the rest. So yeah, he says Ben is timed out. He's forced to attack it by using a scooter and dodge and whatnot. So he defeats him. A Storekeeper thanks him. He's about to get the golden card, but Grandma asks him, I need that. We don't have time for that and stuff. So they go to the museum and meet Dr. Arnold there. He mutated a T-Rex and then a mammoth, and then Ben transforms to a muscular alien with 4 arms, called 4 arms. So he fights the mammoth. He's super strong stuff. And then Gwen gets captured by the mutant parakeet. They follow the parakeet to where Gwen is, and she's high on top of a building. Then Ben transforms to another alien called Stinkfly, which has his name. He's very stinky, and he's a fly, voiced by D. Bradley Baker. He saves Gwen. He also starts finding the parakeet and stuff. Also saved the man and that Enron is attacking, and then Enron is sent to jail.
Yeah. And also that 4 Arms is voiced by Richard McGonigal.
That is right. That's just how I got introduced to Richard McGonigal. Really good fitting for him. And found Blitz told me that originally he was going to be voiced by Nolan North.
Yeah, I saw that trivia too. I would have liked to hear it though. Like
yeah, totally. Like Nolan could do that voice.
If they literally released the pre-production pilot that if he was voiced at that time, then I would have loved to hear it.
But Nolan was part of Benson. He was like in one of the episodes Christian just mentioned. Like which one was it? Oh yeah, Small Problem.
I know.
Well, I'm about to talk about it in a little bit after this one. Also, first, what you think about Washington, BC?
I thought it was a pretty interesting episode, in my
It
opinion.
was like really good, and it made me be.
Oh, hang on.
I think it made me become fascinated with forearms.
Yeah, and it was great to find out about his actor, Richard McGonagall. Like, yeah, it works, of course, regular show of that case.
Yeah, he provides certain voices for a regular show.
Yeah. He also played Apocalypse one time in a video game.
Yeah, and also he voices Victor Sullivan from Uncharted.
Yeah, but yeah, the voices from regular show. Like, I know he voices Starla's dad,
Yeah,
Wait, what are you talking about?
Richard McGonagall, like forearms and
like
all that.
his
We were just
roles.
talking.
Okay. All right. So the next one, the Kraken.
Dun dun dun.
So in this episode, Ben and Gwen are swimming in the lake. Well, mainly Ben is swimming in the lake, and Gwen.
Oh man, I always
Yeah.
laugh at this part though, like him pretending to be the Kraken as forearms and
Yeah.
scaring.
But he got karma because he actually got attacked by a Kraken, which is alien-like or at least alien-like, or just I don't know what's the story there. But he gets attacked by it, and then he tries to tell Gwen and Grandpa, but they don't believe him. So they go out for fishing, and they're introduced to a fisherman named crap. What was his name? Shaw. Yeah, Shaw. So. And he's also after the Kraken, which I've been fought earlier. But as they're about to go fishing, they're stopped by a fish team called Friends of Fish, by the guy named Jonah. Is obsessed. Shaw, and so they start trying to fish, but the Kraken starts wreaking havoc, starts attacking Jonah, and then Ben tries to transform an alien called Ripjaws, but he mistransforms, which is a common thing in Ben 10, which mistransforms. And he, instead of transforming to Ripjaws, he transforms into XLR8. So he tries to save the people and stuff. And then he tries to save Jonah. Apparently, he has some crates. He saves one of them and fights off the Kraken a little bit. He asks them, "Why would you risk your life for some that especially in that crate?" And they said it's supposed to be lunch. Then the Kraken swiped the crate that Ben saved them from, and then the whole area is blocked off by the Friends of Fish. And then Jonah tries to investigate the eggs underwater of the Krakens, and then Ben snuck away to hang out with Shaw until he is captured. To find out that
Fun
Jonah.
fact. Oh, sorry about that. Shaw was
That's
voiced
fine.
by Jim Ward as well.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah,
And do you know about Jonah's voice actor?
remind me.
Robbie Akidown, so you may know as Hex from Reboots.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So he has been in the Ben 10 franchise before. So anyway, so yeah, Jonah is no Friends of Fish. He actually sells fish he catches for profit, which Gwen found out earlier. And then Ben tries to fight off Jonah and his gang. Also, same time save Shaw using stink fly.
Wait, hold on. I was looking over at the wiki, and it does say that he voiced Jonah. I thought it was when he first appeared as Sir Cyrus, but no, it was Jonah Melville.
But anyway, so yeah, Sifai was about to go back to land with Shaw until he timed out, but he successfully landed on the RV shade. And they're planning on stop Jonah along with Shaw, but they stole his boat, so he's forced to use a rowboat. So Jonah successfully captured the Kraken.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at So you know what I told you about Robin? He also was a character from Ultimate Alien.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did you play?
He played Sir Cyrus.
That's what I said.
That Prince dude.
Yeah, that's what I said before.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
Also, and also
so
one more
mhm,
thing. Sorry,
mhm,
is
yeah.
that Robert returned to the reboot to voice Hex.
Well, yeah, I did say that. Also, Bobby, remember his characters from regular show?
No.
Remember that one episode? It was the wrestling episode where he appeared in the end of the episode as like fake pops.
He played the one with the big head.
Yeah, him.
Huh. Interesting. So yeah, Jonah has the two of the Kraken eggs. Then Ben finally transfers to Ripjaws, which is a humanoid piranha-like alien. Hence name. It can use its jaws to rip through solid steel, which is cool power about him. It also can breathe underwater, which is also his weakness because if he stays outside of water too long, he can't breathe. So he battles for the eggs from Jonah underwater, also at the same time from the Kraken. But he was trying to help the Kraken, which is the mother, of course. So he successfully brought the eggs to the nest. The Kraken was about to kill Jonah. Of course, Richos told him not to. But Richos punched Jonah in the face and aimed him for the police to arrive. But he accidentally gets captured by Shaw, who thought he was a Kraken baby hatched from eggs, but he timed out just in time for to reveal that it wasn't Kraken. So yeah. So a great introduction to Repjaws, a great alien to the franchise.
Yes.
All right. Next one, small problem. So
Wait
and
for
this
the wait, wait before we go any further. I just want to say, what did you guys think of Ripjaws?
Reptiles was pretty interesting, although that he can only go underwater to find stuff. He's still a cool looking
No,
alien.
that's what we like originally. That's what we originally thought.
Yeah,
But like later on in like UA and Omniverse, he's like much more than that. And for the Kraken itself, if you remember the Anor episode, they named it a species called the Gannic Gorge,
yeah, I do know. I've seen that one.
which they're like,
So
yeah, for viewers, I just want to say that they're like sort of like masters for Ben's other aquatic alien, Trench.
yeah. All right. So this one's called Small Problem. Ben Gwen are at a water park. He was about to go on a water slide, but he's too short. So he starts to about to go Ripjaws, but the objects wouldn't work at first. So he slid objects to one pole and transforms into gray matter from um, Washington BC, and he's stuck there permanently because the Omnitrix glitch. So he starts riding with Gwen. At the same time, hiding from some guy who obsessed with finding aliens. So he gets captured by the guy. Gwen and Grandpa follow him, and then Gray Matter is took to his house, and he tries to escape. And he escapes at first. Of course, he thwarted his plans. Throughout, anytime Gwen and Grandpa try to find out where he is, and then we're introduced to a new villain named Enoch and his race. First they're called the Civilization, but later they're called the Forever Knights.
Well, actually, they were originally called the Organization, and then the
Organization. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Okay, it's
But
all right.
oh shoot, yeah, he left.
Yeah,
I'll come back. But I'll still explain. So yeah, Grandma is captured again. This time by the Forever Knights. And the guy who captured him earlier comes with them, but he's then betrayed. So he decides to betray the Forever Knights and free Gray Matter. And then Grandpa, and Gray Matter meet up with him. And it turns out that Gray Matter is very smart because Gray Matter is a part of the brain. So it grabs some aliens that they have stolen and whatnot, and try to overload the area to blow up the castle they're in. But then Ben finally times out somehow and gets his hand stuck, and then he is freed. And then Enoch wants to know more about the tennisons.
Yeah,
So
people. At first, some people were like probably a bit frustrated that they didn't get to see like Enoch do it like on screen. So I was thinking like he did it like off screen, which is that's fine, I guess. Which I know that's fine.
what do you think about gray matter?
Well, at first I didn't know what to make of him at first until I saw that episode. Gray matter, he really is a useful alien because he is very smart and and well, and
He is
that,
voiced by not. Hmm, do it.
sorry, and I just want to say it is sad that Ben doesn't like understand and didn't understand gray matter's like full potential yet because instead he just saw him as just a small guy.
Yeah, and he is voiced by none other than Richard Steven Horvitz, who we may know as Billy from Billy and Mandy, and Zim from Invader Zim.
Yes.
So yeah, he is pretty useful. I don't know when Bliss will be back. Hopefully, he
Yeah,
will.
as soon as you've seen as soon as people see Galvin's like later on UAF and OV, then you'll know how great gray matter is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
he's more than just a small frog. He's a small smart frog.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next one, Tourist Trap. So in this one, Gwen, Ben, and Grandpa Max go to a place called Sparksville. Everything there is gigantic, and they're obsessed with the word "it." And they're just a guy who is also voiced by Dwight Schultz. And yeah, and then they check out everything that's gigantic, and then they read signs about the "it" thing, and that like don't touch it with electronics and stuff, and it's revealed to be a giant rubber band ball, much to Gwen and Ben's dismay. So Ben starts to pull a prank by using forearms, planning on using a, a giant booger, but he accidentally drops it, and he bounces it with one hand, and it destroys everything. But Ben was about to put it back up, but he timed out, and then his Omnitrix, when he landed against it, started short circuiting it, and now pops out an alien called a megawatt, which they're called them. And then the next morning, more destruction happened.
I got like a theory. How do
What?
you? I wonder if people have like theorized that maybe Ben did unlock Buzz Shock from that one.
I don't know,
I
but
don't know. I feel like some people have, or if they haven't, like oh well. I was thinking like when I'm thinking about that like right now, maybe that's how he unlocked Buzz Shock, but hasn't used him yet, or maybe I'm just like grasping at straws here.
who knows? But anyways,
that's the reason why. But anyway, to all the viewers, that's the reason I think that's why it's called Sparksville because of that little guy.
perhaps, yeah, I always thought that. But yeah, they're just due to Omega, which is a flying battery like alien, which pulls pranks and thinks it's funny. Ben transfers the alien. Do not know which it was, but he exchange transfers to upgrade and fight it, and discover that it can split with each other and multiply. And so
They can multiplying by either when they like get like severely damaged, like cut in half, or when they generate too much electricity.
yeah. So they're wreaking havoc everywhere. Using
Also, oh wait. Also, I'm really sorry for interrupting, but did you like wait? Did you remember Did you say like what they're called?
megawatts, yes.
Yeah, megawatts. They're actually no. Those are actually called Nosdenians, which is a species.
I
And
know.
also for other viewers who forgot what Nosdenians can do, they can produce a sonic scream.
Yeah. Okay. Buzz wants me to send a link again. So I'll go ahead and do that.
I just wanted to like provide the
There you go,
viewers some
Buzz.
information. So
That's fine.
these things.
I know. That's fine, dude. But anyway, so yeah, Ben fights off the megawatts. I bring back to life the. Oh, hi, Ultimate Spider Kemet.
Like, then
Anyway, so Ben fights off using Heat Blast and tricks. Just hey,
Hi.
what happened there?
what did you
I
do?
just got kicked out, so I was trying to like join back, but I assumed like that's why I texted you.
Oh, okay,
Wait,
that's
did
fine.
it just like do the oops you got kicked out thing, and then you tried to reload the page?
Yeah, I tried to reload it, but it didn't show the link from before.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. Like just like today.
But yeah, tourist trap. Yeah, what you guys mentioned about the nose deans and all that. But Ben officially got this alien from Omniverse.
Yeah, I would call Buzzshock, which became my favorite alien because I dig the design. So yeah, continuing, Ben defeated Megawatts as Heat Blast, trapped in a giant fishbowl, melted it, and transformed into a giant lamp.
Light bulb.
Light
lamp bulb.
bulb.
Lamp.
Light bulb. Despicable Me reference.
Yeah. But yeah, the episode was pretty interesting. I don't know how they got contact with the Megawatts in the first place, but yeah. Oh, thank you, Fresh.
Thank you, sir.
Hang on.
But yeah, I was, at first with Eric, although we were talking about like, the original, with Eric Bowser's version of, hold on. Oh, okay, with Eric Bowser's version of, yeah, Buzzshock, I thought it was really interesting until I found out they used a voice changer for him. And I really thought he could do that kind of voice.
Wait, it was a voice changer for yeah. When you think about it, like someone doing a voice like that, like this. I'm a mother.
That's
All right. Next one. Side effects.
Side effects. Oh yeah, this is the episode where Ben got sick.
Yep. Because okay, in the episode, Ben has upgrade motorcycle and chase down a criminal thief until he discovers an ice cream truck and goes inside, which causes him to get sick.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, and so he gets sick, and then we're introduced to a villain who's apparently about to get wrecked, but he stops them, and he can apparently control every bug in the world, and named Clancy. And then in Chinatown, Clancy wreaks havoc because this woman was talking about destroying the apartment, but he didn't allow her to. So Ben tries to stop him. He tries to warn him, but he looks different. His skin is pale orange. His claws are sickly green, and his sensors are covered in mucus. So he's completely blind. So
it's like having like a clogged nose or something. But with his gills, he can't. Yeah, he basically can't see and tell where he's going. Like his vision showed like it's just like a bunch of dots.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, other find out but where Clancy is and stuff. They go investigate, and then Ben tries to try to scare him. He's all pale reddish, and his armpits have hives, and yeah, and he can shoot out slime only because of his cold. Which he used to save the woman from the Black Widows, which she was coming from, and then Clancy called off a bunch of fire ants against forearms, which ants in his pants.
Let me just say that was like a kind of funny.
Yeah, but which is useful. Yeah, which is really useful because he, when he's itching, he's been crashing at the apartment and stuff, which tore it down. And then a nuclear power plant, he was putting onto, okay, bye, Mom. She's going with my uncle to pay bills and other stuff, but I'll be right
Bye,
back out lock the
mom.
door.
See you later, mom.
Look at her.
His mom is my mom. We can all share moms. Why not? You're welcome.
Stop.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, I know
mean,
you're
welcome.
joking. I know you're joking, but I just said stop.
I saw your mom comment on my comment the other day because I wished her a happy birthday.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it was Bobby's mom's birthday a few days ago. I wished her a happy birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm sorry, Bobby.
It's okay. She had a great time.
Cool.
Ah, nice.
Where was I? Oh yeah. So Clancy decides to destroy a town with nuclear power plant, which some of the bugs are immune to it, and Ben transfers to heat blast, but he's all blue, and instead of fire, he shoots out ice. But she
Ice
defeated Clancy.
blast.
Yeah. When she defeated Clancy, or so he thought, and then Ben got cured finally, and then Clancy stuck on the RV, and then Gwen threw the bugs using special medicine that Grandpa Max made, which the bugs are attracted to, and then Clancy gets punched, and then Gwen actually gets sick.
Yep. But when Ben got sick and all of that, think about it, like it kind of messed him up, but then again at the end it did help him with the ice powers and all that. Especially like messing up like Walmart's like vision and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even with like Ben's parasite-like aliens, if it would like if Christian, did you remember that video with Overkill?
What do you mean?
The symbiote. You remember? You remember
Oh,
that Venom is a symbiote transformation for Ben named Overkill, which
Hey,
that
Spider
is
Kevin.
really great.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Wow.
He
He's
looks
Kevin and he's wearing a Kevin profile picture.
Yeah,
See, look, that's
I've been
perfect
trying
for
to
him.
look
Kevin
for a
Eleven.
perfect, but trying to find a Kevin 11 picture, and I got one. So,
We can work.
do
That's
something
not
about
bad.
it.
That's good.
Let's.
That's really good.
Hi, Kevin. Hi.
Kevin.
But yeah,
Like
Side Effects was an interesting episode, even though Ben got sick. But what would happen for the other aliens get sick? For Diamond Head, Stinkfly.
Okay, with Stinkfly, it would be more mucus at that point.
Yeah.
It would probably be more mucky. With
Yeah.
I don't know with gray matter. I think it's just like
With gray matter, I probably
aliens.
for him he would lose like some of his like brains and all that like geniuses because he.
That would be interesting.
That would what we seem to believe, but I don't know. I'm already imagining like if Blukage and Driba gets sick, like they would just be like non-useless, but the brain would still be.
I don't know, but next one, the Ben 10 Race Against Time, the first live-action movie.
Yes. This movie itself, live action, that was really great.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy it.
Yeah, it's just like years later, I see all these critics now saying like, "Oh, this was the worst." Listen, if you didn't see it from Hot Child, you can't criticize anything.
Well, I can see where they're going because the way the actors are acting and stuff, and the CGI, especially with Wildmutt.
Can you blame them though? This is back in like the, when CGI was like still in development and all that. It's not like with Marvel now. Marvel sucks with CGI today, but it used to be really really good.
Yeah, but it's still okay. The cast was good and stuff. Of course, Dee returned as Walmart in the movie, but it was still a decent.
Yeah, speaking of the cast, I like the cast mainly because let's see here, half of the cast was from the Fairy Odd Parents, including D. Bradley Baker. Because with Diamond voiced by Darren Norris was really shocking. I thought he really did a great Diamond voice.
Yeah, and Carlos Rocky voicing Grey Matter, who voices Crocker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Half of the Fairy Odd Parents cast. Now with Heat Blast, I was really shocked about his acting, even though I didn't really know him. Apparently, he's Australian.
Really? Australian Heat Blast.
Dude.
That's what we would hear from. That the only time we would hear an Australian heat blast, if not like from Race Against Time, would be like with Mad Ben.
And
Yeah.
then, imagine years ago if Chris Hemsworth was offered the deal. Oh man, Torres.
Wait. Like if an Omniverse live action, Chris Hemsworth has shock rocker feedback. No, shock squatch. Because I still feel like Yuri Lowenthal might be doing feedback.
Oh,
Who knows?
Yeah.
Because what Shock was, he has a Canadian accent, so just get any Canadian actor.
Yeah, like Ryan Reynolds or someone.
Maybe.
But yeah, we got to just do the villain Eon, and this movie is not really canon to the series, but it's supposed to be like an alternate timeline.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say it's basically an alternate version of Ben. It's just not canon to Ben Prime's timeline specifically.
Yeah, they just mess up with the timelines and stuff and whatnot. But all right, next one, the Alliance. So we're introduced to three female villains, one of which is their leader, Rojo. Attack Gwen, Ben, Grandpa. Of course, Ben cannot fight them. Really, at first he didn't know they were girls when he was 4 eyes, but he said he can't hit girls. And then Grandpa Max gets knocked down by a piece of concrete shot from a gas station. Gas station roof. But a hospital, it said that it's hit by a car bumper. Like, how did they get those notes? Unless they told him that he was supposed to be hit by a car bumper or something. It doesn't make sense. Either that or just made a mistake.
Maybe they told him at the front desk or something.
Probably. And there's the explain. So Ben is really upset that Grandpa is like this because of him. He thinks it's his fault. Then earlier, Rojo, and also besides Rojo, I find out Vilgax sent off one of the drones to attack, and then one of the drones merged with Rojo, and she became part human, part android. It makes it actually really cool. And then Vilgax actually has a connection with her after find out that drones merged with her and forced her to find the Omnitrix. So Ben sets out the signal when trying to activate Omnitrix. So he tries to find to fight her, but ends up almost destroying the hospital using boulders, but he got safely to distance. And then Ben runs away, saying it's his fault and stuff. And then Gwen stuck away, trying to cover him. And then Ben fights Roger again using XLR8. But Ben times out, and then at a gym, Ben starts to upgrade, tries to attack Rojo. Of course, he meets Vilgax sort of in the mind, and then he gets afraid, and then Max gets out of the hospital, and then that's how the episode ends.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent episode.
Yeah, it was pretty serious too, especially with Ben, because he wanted to separate from them and stuff.
All right, next one is Kevin
11.
Hey Kevin, you got your own episode.
So
when I saw you guys making this live stream, I immediately tried to find a Kevin 11 photo, and I got one here.
Yeah. So on this episode, Ben gets into trouble. Here's how it goes. So they're in a 4-star hotel. They're about to have a good time. Ben notices that there's a special convention for Silver Surfer's game. Of course, he can't get it without pass. Granted, I'll tell him don't even think about going in, but he does it anyway using Ghost Freak. So he starts playing a little bit, and then ends up getting kicked out because he noticed Ben playing a video game. And he gets in an argument with Grandpa, telling him that he shouldn't have any Silver Surfer stuff for 2 weeks. He said, "Tell him not fair. Don't take an allowance." And then Gwen said, "They don't get allowance." And then Grandpa Max and Ben said, "Stay out of this." And then Ben lashed out and said, "You're not my father." And then this Max struck Max because he had nothing else to say because of that comment. So he goes back to the hotel trying to get some of his money. Then Ben tries everything in the RV. Then runs off to an arcade. Says the arcade games suck. And then he meets a random kid named Kevin. Discovers he has some energy powers. And then made some punks. He then mentioned that he trusts their place. And then tries to accelerate. They find out the thugs saying "trick or treat." That's such a spooky line to say, especially when they mentioned that too late for a Halloween costume. So yeah, and then Ben, Kevin hang out a little bit, going about find out what Ben is doing, and then they decide to get field game that Ben's trying to play at a warehouse, and then Ben sneaks out using Stinkfly. That's how Kevin finds out his Omnitrix. And so go to a train, train tracks, and Kevin switches tracks using two trains crashing each other, stealing the money. Then Ben realizes what he's done until Kevin helps surface the art, so it's out to fight him, but he uses Heat Blast. It's about to go for us, but transforms to Heat Blast, and then Kevin absorbed the Omnitrix a bit, and then transformed to half Power Knight, fight him off. Of course, Grandma Max found out what happened, so they go out to fight Kevin. Kevin was about to destroy the thugs, but his powers get run out, and then Ben's forms started fighting him, and then Kevin absorbed him and became part Tetraman to fight him, but he gets defeated, and at the end, Grandpa told Ben, "You have to earn your trust." So yeah.
And he also at the end he also formed Kevin also formed into what my profile has now.
Well, not yet.
Not yet,
Not
Well,
till
not
the episode.
yet. Well,
not yet.
at
he
the end
absorbed
of
all
the
the powers.
episode, at the end of the episode, it's revealed that Kevin absorbed some of the power of the Omnitrix, and then he holds like a flame. Which
Yeah.
Bro. But guess what? That was very shocking. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Also, that was our introduction to Kevin Ethan Levin.
why is named Kevin 11? Because as a pun, because Kevin E11.
Oh yeah. I remember this one episode of old Alien Force where Ben was making fun of his middle name.
Yeah, but anyway, next one, Hunted. So Vilgax hires 3 bounty hunters, each of the following: 6X, Crab, and Hoverboard. A crab is a robotic crab being with one giant claw and one normal hand. He has a sword on his back. He has also lasers and other gadgets. And then 6X, only speaking an alien language. He has different weapons. And then Hoverboard just has a hoverboard and has also a gun. And then successfully, so they're hired to find the Omnitrix. And then Ben is out in the desert, using his powers to train using Diamond Head, but he gets overboard and starts throwing crystals everywhere. And then later, the RX bucket is out of gas because one of the crystals hit the fuel line. So they check out all of Ben in town, and then they get attacked by a crab. So Ben transfers to Ghost Rig to fight him, and then RV Spix try to drive away, and then they're thwarted by 6-6. So yeah, and then Ben transfers to Diamond Head again, try to find him off, and then stopped by hoverboard, reveals to be same species as Diamond Head. It's actually named Tetrax. As saying that the Omnitrix is no child's toy, it's a weapon of ultimate power. It's very powerful of the galaxy. So he wants to take away from Ben for his own safekeeping. Of course, Grandpa get captured, and then transfers to Gray Matter and defeats them one by one. And then Tetrax leaves them and gives them actually a board to keep as a gift.
Yeah, And this episode, like, yeah, great introduction, especially for Tetrax. Like, yeah, he became like a good mentor to Ben, and and this is how I got introduced to Dave Fournay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and of course, 6 didn't have really a voice, just sound effects, and then with Crab, voiced by Billy West.
Yeah, I found out that he shares the same planet with Ripjaws, being different species. But the reason he's like this because there's a war between the Pisces Volans, or Piscis Volans, which are Ripjaws, and Paradise Heat Blast. So that's how he came like this.
Yeah, that was an interesting fact. I was like, the species, but I was like, oh, this is what happened. But it would have been interesting to see Crab versus Ripjaws.
It says Crab is called a his species is called a Pisces Preman, but he's like a cybernetically enhanced version.
Well, yeah,
I wonder what they look like without the armor. So, but anyways, next episode.
I'm sorry.
Luck.
I was about to say, would you like to see a fight between him and Ripjaws, though?
What, Heat Blast or
no, like Ripjaws and like Crab.
Yeah, I mean Crab. Crab would probably. I mean, Ripjaws would probably win because of his teeth.
Mm-hmm. Lucky girl.
It says in the original one indicating that they resembled earthly crabs with humanoid features.
Okay, so can we talk about Crab's voice for a second? Because Billy West, what do you think of his version?
It was all right. It fit him.
And then of course Jeff Bennett got 10 seconds to voice Crab and Alien Force
and the Cosmic Destruction.
Yeah. But the most one I find funny is D. Bradley Baker's version. Literally, it sounds like Stitch, but Robotnik. You will pay for this.
Hey, not Ben. Blitz, if you want to, you can talk about this episode.
Oh, lucky girl. Oh yes. Bobby, you want to help me too as well, if you want. If you remember this episode. Bobby?
Yeah.
You want to help with this episode?
Oh yeah, I remember Lucky Girl.
Okay, so you want to go first?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. So, and they were exploring a museum one time, and then they were introduced to an interesting book called the Arcomeda Book of Spells, which coincidentally a evil sorcerer came bursting in. His name is Hex, and he had everyone imprisoned until they let him fall. But luckily Ben turned into Accelerate to save him and defeated Hex. And while he was punching him, something fell off of Hex, which was a charm. And one of those charms is are from a collection called the Charms of Bazel.
Yeah.
So, Hex in the original series all the way to Omniverse is voiced by Kari Payton, who is Cyborg and Manny Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and anyway, in the episode, Gwen was feeling really jealous because she wanted some recognition too. And so Ben gave her one of the charms, not knowing that it was still active. And so the charm she possessed was the charm of luck. So whoever possesses it is just very lucky. And later on, her luck started to grow even bigger with the charm, stopping a bunch of gangbusters and then saving construction workers. Then she adopted an identity for herself called Lucky Girl.
Oh, well put out, Bobby.
Yeah, Hex escaped from custody of the ambulance and then was searching all over for the luck charm, which he needs all of the charms to complete in order to have an incantation from the Book of Spells. So he lures Gwen and the gang to an old house with a graveyard, and and then by the time they got there, he successfully captured her. Only to be stopped by Team Tennyson, and then Hex was then like put away, and Ben at first was being a bit jealous by Lucky Girl, but then started to acknowledge Gwen for saying she did a good job.
Yep. All right. Well, put out like Bobby. Really good job.
Yes, you did. Really great.
All right. Next one.
Which is the last. Yes, the last season 1 episode. You go ahead and talk about this one. Oh, you go ahead. I need to take a break because I've been talking about most of them.
Okay, so yeah, in this episode, Vilgax is now recovered from his recovery because of last time and all that, and then he goes face to face with Ben. Now at the time, Ben's Omnitrix like acting funny because it's similar to like I actually they did this from the reboot as well, like changing to alien before having like master control and all that.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool though, but yeah. And then, I'm just gonna mention the important parts here. Like, Max is, stricter than ever. Like, because, in this episode is revealed, yes, over here, that he is an intergalactic police officer. Yes, yes. And the trivia, it says here, the horse bucket is revealed to have more array of weapons built into it. And what I thought about this fight? Remember, like from Mount Rushmore and all that. What did you thought of that fight?
that was interesting. Well, even though the switching aliens because of a glitch, I guess the Omnitrix through an energy field and stuff. Because if you transform to Ripjaws, it's a bad idea because he can't breathe air.
Yeah. Oh man, like that really sucks and all. Like, yeah. And this is what I feel bad about when it bends aliens Diamond Head, because he turns to Diamond Head for 1 second and bam! And if you see for a split second, his whole face is masked.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. But let's see here. Other from that episode, like, they successfully, like, got away from that, and this proved like Vilgax being one of like Ben's most powerful villains that he ever like fought.
Yeah. Mainly because of his enhancement and stuff, and Steve Bloom did a really good job voicing as Vilgax.
Yes, he does. Next one is Gwenton.
Yep, suggested by Judd.
This one I did not watch much.
I mean, I actually watched it a few days ago.
Oh, I just want to say why. It's just because it felt like weird to me, like seeing this alternate version. I mean, the ones I was okay with, the Gwentons I was okay with watching was the one in Omniverse and the reboot.
Yeah.
But yes, in this episode, they decided to take a turn with this. Like, deciding now, and this timeline, like, Gwen should get the Omnitrix, but Ben still remembers that he had the Omnitrix, but it's not his like arm anymore. So like, he's trying to find out like where's the Omnitrix and all that. While Gwen and Max is like, saying like what is he saying and all that, because apparently they don't remember the Omnitrix all that much. And of course, they're at the gas stations and all that. Ben is like trying to act confident, but remembering not having the Omnitrix and all that. Then we go back to camp where they all started from. But instead, for Ben going to like the woods, it was Gwen that got the early starts, which had her made like with the Omnitrix and all that. But yeah, what I also liked about like this episode was like the voice actors he brought in. Like, for female Heat Blast, it was Grey Delisle and Kari Walker voicing the female Grey Matter. And let's see, Vanessa Marshall took over for Diamond Head and Forearms, which I thought was really good.
Oops, I didn't mean to press that.
Yeah, I will be honest. My only favorite scene from that episode is Gwen getting chased as Grey Matter.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. Oh man!
And what awesome thing that the female aliens are different features. Like for Heat Blast, I got a more slimmer female build. Grimmer has orange hair. Then Ben Gwen as Diamond Head has a different color scheme and no spikes on the back and no pointed head, and then forearms just has her clothes and red hair.
Oh yeah, about like her version of forearms. I like the bowling scene though, like strike, strike, strike. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then
Of course, getting captured by Vilgax, but then Objects gets cut off, and then instead of Ben getting it, now Grubble Max has it.
Yep, and he turns to upgrade, to the rust bucket and all that, and bam. Like,
And that's the only alien that Max transformed into.
Max 10. They should have a spin up on Max 10.
Yeah.
But at least everybody.
Looks like that version Xylene, her wish came true.
Yeah, but
yeah,
at least everybody from the gang got trying with the Omnitrix. But yeah, from that timeline with Gwen getting the Omnitrix and all that, yeah, it was pretty decent and all that. Like, yeah, but like what Bobby said and all that, like you said it felt weird to you.
Yeah, I mean for the original series, like when they did like a Flashpoint sort of thing.
Oh, right. Okay. So when you say it like that, that's okay then.
All right. Next one, the season 2 first episode, Truth.
Tell the truth now.
Okay, so I'll talk about this and talk about a couple others. So this one, Max tells Ben and Gwen about his days as a plumber. Yes, it's a weird name for the Galactic alien team, but that's what they came up with. So they take down aliens that are either extraterrestrial or whatever. And it turns out a partner of his that fought with against Vilgax named Phil. He actually runs into him, Ben as Ripjaws, and then they make amends. Apparently he's rich somehow, and then I find out Vulpamancers, which is Walmart species. There are differences between the Vulpamancers they fight is they're adult, and then they're a lot more like feline-like with a tail, and their teeth are like claw-like.
Yeah, that's what they're like when they like grow up, because they're like pups and that at first, then dogs, then suddenly they grow a tail, then they go to be all feline like that. That is weird when you see it, but it's like their circle of life or whatever, and we're not gonna judge it. However,
but they still look cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, however, we are gonna judge like their face a little bit. It's just like the mouth, like it's like
I mean it's still cool
they have
though.
no lips.
But anyway, it's revealed that Phil actually released the aliens they put in from the null void, which is dimension send bad aliens and other criminals, so use them for money and stuff. So they try to stop him with Ben as Grey Matter, use a null void projector, and accidentally sent him to the null void. So yeah, that's basically it. What do you think about Phil?
Well, Phil Prime, yeah, he was like a total dick or something. Yeah, because he was also being like, he didn't care. He like broke the plumber code and just was all like grubby and greedy.
Yeah.
Betrayal. Yeah. Who voiced him? Robert Patrick, who you may know as Hawkman from the Batman.
Oh. Interesting. I did not know that. That's cool. Mm-hmm. All right, you can talk about this next episode, the Big Tick.
Big Tick. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a little bit from an episode so I can remember a little bit because it's been a while.
That's fine.
Oh, so yes, okay. So in this one, Ben's having a difficult time with his new alien, Cannibalt, which was the 11th alien. Yeah. Ooh, I felt bad for Ben because, controlling him because of his heavy weight and all that.
And fun fact, he was supposed to be part of the original 10, but it got replaced by Ghost Freak. Or was it Diamond Head, was it?
Ghost Freak, it was Ghost Freak.
Or Diamond I can't remember, but yeah, Cannibal it's actually pretty interesting. His only main power is to roll into a ball, which is why Ben is disappointed with him. But continue.
I really do love cannonballs. He's basically a living wrecking ball, which is awesome.
Yeah, legit. Whenever he does cannonballs, he gets the chance to say cannonball. Like, that's really like, good. And yeah, with Fred Tercer's like version of cannonball, like that's my favorite version of all of them.
Yeah.
And then what else? Like, do you remember anything else from this episode?
They're introduced to the big alien, which is a giant chick. It's just slowly destroying the Earth, and also introduced to these worshippers. One of them understands the chick. Ben tries to stop it, but it's too instructable because it ends, except for a cable, which is an Alburian Pelirocha, which the chick destroyed its planet earlier. And so Ben destroys it from the inside, and Earth somehow gets back to normal somehow.
Yep. Oh, man. But overall, like, yeah, after like remembering this episode and all that, yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the introduction of Cannonball. It was great, and also
it was
like,
an accidental transformation because they're trying to fill it with it, Ben and Gwen. So
it's like accidentally unlocked.
All right, next one.
Also with the cameo transformations, that was great. Also, when Ghost Ray like showed his tentacles, they made a noise. It was this.
Yeah. All right, next one, Framed.
Oh, yes. Now I can explain this one. So in Frame, we are getting introduced again to Kevin 11, but he has the ability to transform to any of Ben's aliens because of last time, because he absorbed all, like, the aliens.
Yeah, all of his original 10 aliens, because at the time of, like, Season 1 and whatnot.
So basically, I'm going to explain, like, the scenes with his aliens. So at the first scene, it was with Forearms, like, trashing the whole city and all that. And then, like, Max and Gwen, that was Ben at second. And they were questioning Ben because the whole time he was in the rust bucket the whole time.
Yeah, but I can already tell that was Kevin, not just because of lack of Omnitrix, but because
I was about to mention that too.
Tail.
Yeah, Tail too, actually. But yeah, I was going to mention that as well. And of course, they were doing a little bit of investigation. And, like, now we get introduced, like, Heat Blast Kevin, which was, like, oof. Like, 10 minutes versus Heat Blast. And then, like, remember the face transformation when he was transformed to his...
Yeah, that was pretty good morphing.
Mm-hmm. And then he was explaining, like, how, like, he was able to transform to his aliens and all that. And then when, like, oh, yeah, those guys. Remember those guys? Like, police, like, FBI and all that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the Kevin was so clever. He's like, "Gotta fly," and then he turns around to snake fly and all that. Oh,
no, wait! That like morph scene at the Mint, like he was morphing his heads, switching his heads. How did you like feel about that?
At first, as a kid, I was like, "Wait, how's this possible?" Then when I grew up, I was like, they did really good.
I was like, whoa!
I was like, wow! Oh wow! Wow! Okay. And then of course now he gets the ability to turn to upgrade and all that with the card and everything. And then Ben turns to Walmart, just trying to find him out and everything. And then Kevin turns to Stinkfly again. He just loves using Stinkfly just to get away and all that. But
yeah, because it's the only fine alien.
Wait, I feel like Greg Sipes saw that, and then that got his inspiration to voice reboot Stinkfly.
Maybe, or they decided to have him voice him. I guess I don't know.
He does love voicing him, but was sad that he couldn't voice him as much. Even Skunk Moth.
Yep.
Yeah, I did feel sad for Greg too.
And they were doing a little bit of research about with Kevin and all that. Basically, the aliens that appeared in this episode was in like the files. Basically, it was Wolf, Walnut, Ripjust, and Ghost Freak, which is funny because those three aliens doesn't appear as Ben's aliens as the reboot, only as prisoners of that case. But yeah.
But Ben fights him at a Golden Gate Bridge.
Wait.
What?
This is the episode where we also get introduced to the sect team, Lieutenant Steele.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I was saying before, Lieutenant Steele. So yeah, as Christian
I
was
thought
saying
you guys
before.
were. I thought you guys forgot you were going to say it.
No, I didn't forget him. I was about to mention him, but
Yeah.
anyway,
He fights his forearms because
yeah, right.
at first he
Yeah,
was Diamond Head like Kevin because he was turning out like the bridge and everything, and then he started fighting. I like that fight scene, and then of course he
Yeah.
turns the heat blast and blasts in his face. He does a little bit of a knockout, and then he blasts flying, and then turns to stick fly again. God damn it, that's his favorite alien in this case. And then he fights back, but just to turn back to human. He was about to punch Kevin, and he was like, "You're not worth it." That
and
was
then this
badass.
upsets Kevin, and this transforms into the one we all know and love, Kevin 11, with mutation, with forearms, red body, and legs. Upgrades back. Grandma's one eye, four arms, two eyes, Ripjaw's teeth, six eyes, wings, Ripjaw's antenna, two of Walmart's claws, accelerates tail. He plants left arm and dumb head arm. So
which viewers can already see from Kevin.
Yeah,
profile.
and
Like,
did
he
you mention
doesn't-
Ghost Freak's parts, like his flights?
Yeah,
and, like,
I was just about to. Which I didn't know that was Ghost Freak as a kid. I thought it was like tore up clothes, but I found out that was actually Ghost Freak's lines on his body.
Yeah.
Which is
And-
an interesting detail.
Yeah. And this alliance, he's like, I can't turn back.
Yeah.
What are the dogs?
So Ben defeats Kevin, and then sort of become friends with
Well,
Chance
it
Steele.
wasn't really Ben for that matter. Remember, Lieutenant Steele's like a man like blasted Kevin off.
Right. I forgot.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's how the episode ends. He thought he killed Kevin, but he's still alive.
Right. Next one, Knight.
I was thinking like he would have survived with both the near non-vulnerability of forearms and Diamond Head.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
Grudge match.
So Ben
this is where
fights
we
Kevin
see-
11 again, but as Diamondhead, they're transferred from Earth to an alien ship, which is a arena. They fight two giant robots, and it's hosted by this mysterious being called Flix Vigma. They're also introduced to Technorg. Is trying to fight. Of course, Ben turned out his forearms. But he told Kevin how to use the powers to combine himself, but Technord earned Ben's trust after not killing him and whatnot. So they figured out how to get off the ship. So I found out that Six Sigma is not an alien but a robot. So I found that out, and then Kevin tries to kill Ben, but Ben transforms to a newly unlocked alien Cannonball, which Kevin never seen since he had absorbed his power. So he attacks him with Cannonball and stuff, and Ben is sent back to Earth and his escape pod, and then Kevin is left being his arse kicked by Technorg.
Yeah, and as a kid, people would have thought that was Volcanus.
Yeah, because it's the same species,
because-
but
he is the same species, but the main difference is that like he's showing off his full half of his full body, and he has like a mace for an arm.
yeah, and rest in peace to his voice actor,
Jack Angel.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jack
Angel.
Angel.
I
Like, he
was
was a
shocked to
legend.
find out that that person Jack Angel voiced Technorg.
I mean, yeah, Jack Angel, like a legend. He was mostly known for like his Transformers roles from G1, Darkwing Duck, and many more projects. Like, oh yeah, Toy Story 3, where he voices Chunk.
Right. And so yeah, he did really good as Technorg. So yeah. All right, next one.
I did not know that he died. When did that happen?
That last year, sadly,
Yeah,
like-
last year.
4 days before his birthday. That was really sad.
Oh, 4 days. Just like with but wait, before her birthday.
Oh my god.
that was
Yeah,
pretty
it's just
sad.
the way it is, man. It's life. All right, next one. Camp Fear. So in this one, Ben and Gwen are arguing about their a future birthday, which
Like,
they
yeah,
share the same birthday
'cause-
with.
Yeah, because when you like figure it out, it's implied that it's like the middle. It's like the middle of summer, and And when Ben says 6 months in advance, you try to like figure out when exactly their birth month is.
Yeah, it's like in December. So they're arguing.
What a
So
coincidence. Hmm.
yeah, and then Ben, Grandpa almost ran over a kid who was in the middle of the road. The kid almost fell off a cliff. Ben was about to turn to accelerate, but transfers to kill the boy instead. This freaked out the kid, and then RV found out this kid has some kind of fungus on his arm, and then kid figures out that they have to get you. He's from a camp, so they figure out where everyone's been. They run away for something happened. Apparently, there's some plant creatures swarming around the place, and also they find some twins who actually get along with each other, unlike Ben and Gwen and stuff. So they care about sharing and whatnot. And then find out the other plant creatures later on. Grandpa Max gets captured by them, and so that Ben. I'm cutting this short. So Ben tries to activate objects and then transforms to a newly developed alien, Wildvine, which is a flat-shot being with one eye and stuff. And then he can understand the core of the whole plant creatures, and so defeats
Which is
them.
called the mycelium, which is the brain.
Yeah. Well, Ben was about to defeat him as Wildfire, but he timed out, but used his shoe, which was filled with foot fungus. Which also killed all the other plants, but needed a lot of the other foot funguses. Used a steam fly to rain it all down and stuff. So that's.
What did you guys feel? How did you guys feel of the introduction to Wildvine?
He is pretty interesting with plant-based powers and whatnot.
His voice is awesome.
Yeah.
However, I do not like how Betty Reboot made him humanoid. I prefer his other appearance.
I was gonna say like they put like his head and pods on Swampfire's body. It's like Swampfire's body, but with Wildvine's head and pods.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem well. All right,
Look,
next one.
I get that they want to like simplify for the new generation. For them, it's okay.
Yeah, the next one, the Galactic Enforcers. So you can explain this one if you want, Blitz.
Derek regretted like not having them reappear in Omniverse, but they were.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same with Blue.
It would be interesting to see you back in the Omniverse, but Blitz, go on and explain this.
So okay. So the Galactic Enforcers, are a group of alien superheroes who act as protectors of the galaxy, empowered by the Galactic Code of Conduct. But and this is where we also get Volcanus and all that. And I believe was 6 was in this episode too.
Yes, KSC teamed up with Volcanus.
Yeah, right. And this is John DiMaggio's first time being in the Ben 10 franchise.
That's right, because he voices Volcanus, and he voices them throughout the original series through Omniverse.
I gotta say, Volcanus evolution throughout the years. Of course, having a real body, and then alien force.
I actually got introduced to Alien Force because I don't remember if I'd seen the episode Galactic Enforcers before that, but I prefer his Alien Force appearance because it looks him a lot better.
Him as a baby head, though, baby body.
Yeah.
But what I liked about them, even they having their own female forearms in their team.
Yeah, and Ben developed a new move by slamming his all 4 of his hands together, created a sonic clap, yeah, thank you. Which and the protected Earth is called Seismic Clap, which is a really good name.
So you guys want to mention the heroes part of this team?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll mention them.
I'm in candy right now, so you talk about
how ironic, because Ben had some candy in the episode.
Yeah, somehow he had chocolate, which is Ultimos' weakness. And Ultimos is voiced by none other than Tom Kane.
I was gonna introduce the guys.
How dare you?
Yeah, Ultimos, he's basically the Ben 10 version of Superman called the Specimen Prime. And, Tom Kane and Jeff Bennett are the best voices for him.
Yeah.
And Synaptak, he is, well, like an octopus with like a brain, but that possesses telekinesis. And in the original series, he's voiced by Greg Ellis. And
Oh, yeah.
Tiny, well, she's of course a Tetraman from the same planet as Forearms, Koros. And in the original series, it's voiced by Vanessa Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. Yeah, in Alien Force, she was voiced by the same actor that plays Helen Wheels.
Juliet Landau. And Mom.
Well, Vanessa Marshall did really good. They defeat Elgax in 6-6, and they're on their merry way. So it was an interesting episode.
Vilgax?
Wait, did I say Vilgax?
Yeah, you said Vilgax.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you said.
I meant to say
Volcanus.
Volcanus. I meant to say Volcanus, but it just came out wrong.
By the way, what kind of candy were you eating?
Have you ever had these before? Hang on, let me just grab one.
Wait, what are
those?
Wait,
what are those?
Wait, what does that say? Wait, called.
They're called caramel cream.
I've
tried this before. Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're really good. I haven't since I was a kid.
Cream? I never heard of that, but what it looked like on packaging, it looked like toffee.
Well, here's another close up of it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good. So, all right, next one, the ultimate weapon.
I'd like to try something with you sometime.
So yeah, this is where things get serious, especially with Max. So, Max found out since now the secret's out. Being a plumber, it is revealed that he's been finding this certain object for so many years. This sword is so powerful that can slice the earth with one slice. So he is very strict. Like giving the kids orders and whatnot. And besides him, Enoch is also after it. So they find certain items to find the sword. Of course, Max is still strict and whatnot, being rough on Gwen and Ben. And so Max and Enoch are both at the temple where the sword is. Also find a guardian guarding it. Max was about to grab the sword, but sacrificed it to save Ben and Gwen. Enoch successfully caught it, but it turned to dust after so many years, and the temple got destroyed to crumble, and then Max went back to his normal self.
Wait, I wanted to say before we moved on to the episode, I wanted to say in Galactic Enforcers that was like the first episode we got to see a unique transformation.
Yes, it was the Accelerate.
With Accelerate. Yeah. And an ultimate weapon. Not only did we get to see Gray Matter's transformation sequence, but also Duncan Rouleau said that if Ben could scan Apook and get that transformation. Yeah. One of my friends actually did like a fan art of that.
That's cool. All right, next one. Tough Luck. The introduction of Charmcaster, Hex's niece. So yeah, and then Gwen found another charm and starts to become Lucky Girl once again. I find out Charmcaster and Hex. We find the charms of Bazelle, and then later, Charmcaster betrays Hex, want to have the power all to herself and whatnot, and then Gwen as well destroyed the charms and defeated Hex and Charmcaster. So yeah, what do you think about Charmcaster in their first appearance?
She's a good villain.
Pretty interesting, honestly.
All right.
I don't really like her story in Reboot that much, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially turn her to a young child. She was a human that found a spell book. For the other version where she was born in a different dimension, which I'll talk about that in the future.
I prefer her version from Ultimate Alien and Alien Force. That's my favorite.
Yeah, for throughout the classic and Omniverse. She's voiced by Kari Walgren.
Huh? I'm gonna record that for later.
Yeah, from original to Omniverse, she was voiced by her. In the reboot, she's voiced by Tara Strong, which when you hear it, it sounds like an evil version of Raven.
Okay, so I went overboard putting a lot of the episodes down, but I'll give you this. I'll talk about a few more episodes. Like I'll pick random by season, and that'll end the stream. Sound good?
I mean, it's your stream. Like, yeah, how many do you want to do?
About maybe 9 or 10.
10, yeah, 10, because Ben 10.
All right.
But
all right, so
maybe we can
thank you, Seth Rogen, for that, Bobby.
So we'll keep count of that. Oh, hang on, my mom needs help. I'll be right back.
No, I was like, you kind of sound like Seth Rogen, wasn't it?
No, his laugh would be like, I think. Oh wait, by the way, Blitz. Wait, he's not there. All right. So, wait, Kevin, you still there?
Yeah, I am.
I was gonna say, like, how did you? I was gonna ask you, like, how'd you feel about Kevin in the original series?
Pretty cool, I guess.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I'm eating Oreos.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was asking.
I'm sorry.
He was saying to me, what do I think about Kevin 11 from the original series, and I said, pretty cool.
Agreed.
I was gonna say, like, there's like the Ink Tank made a new episode of And Beyond all about Ledger Domain.
Oh yeah, the Spellbinder. Do remember him?
Yeah, and also showing off Sornithos species.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys haven't seen that one, you can check it out if you want.
I did see that one. Yes, get introduced to the Spellbinder. Mm-hmm. I did like the Spellbinder.
Yeah, Spellbinder was actually introduced. Actually, Spellbinder was introduced in Ultimate Alien.
Yeah, he was like, and I thought he was a pretty interesting character for a few seconds until he had to go back. Remember?
Yeah, and I'm sure, he'll be proud of Hope now. What now she is doing. Oh yeah, Charmcaster's real name is Hope.
Oh no! Don't you mean Heather? Heather.
Well, in the reboot, yeah. Because I was like, I don't know why they stuck with it, but it's
because of that meme from like Ultimate Alien. That's why.
Yeah. Heather, Heidi.
If you love me, what is my
Hillary? Hillary, come back. You know. Oh, Michael, you are not very smooth with old lady, and that's
he might have good looks, but shit, he can't remember girls' names because he was a player.
Except lovely Gwen.
Lovely Gwen, how charming of you.
Okay, if he does actually say that, that'd be kind of cringe.
Cringe-worthy, because charming. Oh wait, that's Charmcaster.
No, I meant just because of Michael.
Oh man. But Michael himself, yeah, not a really good character. Although like his powers, like,
Yeah.
Like basically he's just Kevin, but like a ripoff.
Like lore about him and his. We never got much lore about him and his bloodline, his family.
Yeah, his father, of course, because part of the plumbers and all that.
Yeah. But I think like in that episode of And Beyond, it gave us like some information about it, which helped us widen our facts even more. Yeah, Will Wheaton did a good job voicing him.
Yep, and especially finding out that he was Aqualad from Teen Titans.
Oh, he played Aqualad in Teen Titans? Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did.
Wait,
he was also a child actor.
Wait a minute.
You ever heard this movie called Stand By Me?
Stand By Me? No.
No, yeah, Stand By Me. Like, it's pretty
Stand by
interesting.
me.
And I
Yeah.
will be there for you and do boy. I don't say blah blah blah. I knew it.
It was you.
But to be honest, they've been using that joke since the first movie. I have to go out soon, so hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, I hope we do this briefly because in like an hour and like hold on.
I remember I did a long live stream one time. I think the longest one that I had done was. Hold on, where is it?
I hope we do this like quick because in like an hour and 17 minutes I have like a class to go to.
Oh, my longest live stream was 4 hours.
Oh my god! Wait, what was that about?
Jimmy Neutron.
Wait.
I did this last year though.
Oh.
And that stream was fucking epic. Good memories, good times, everyone. Yeah, this is gonna be the last episode I'm gonna talk about, then I have to head out. If you wish on a potato that could fly, a potato flew around my room, that would be good.
Potato in the room? What?
So I'm gonna give you 2 pills, the red one and the blue one. Which one would you take?
I would take neither.
No,
Good
but
choice.
both of them have good choices though. You can meet a celebrity.
Which one? Who's
Just
on
choose-
which pill?
Just choose one, then I'll tell you.
Alright, here we go. Eeny, my mo. I don't know what I'm gonna choose, so I'm gonna choose blue.
You get to meet Owen Wilson. Oh wow, Ka-chow, Lightning McQueen. Kachiga.
wait.
You know what was the Red Bull?
What?
It was Keanu Reeves. Damn, you missed out. But recently, I liked his Batman from DC Super Pets.
Yeah.
That movie was great.
Keanu did pull off a good Batman, and I didn't know that John Krasinski like voiced Superman.
Jim, aka from The Office, voice Superman. That was pretty awesome, everybody. Of course.
Wait, what would happen if like there would be like if there was a sequel? Then I imagine what John Krasinski would still be Superman, and I want like a sorry. The guy who plays Dwight to play as Brainiac.
Oh yeah, Rainn Wilson. Fun fact: he actually played Lex Luthor before.
Wait, what?
You know, he actually played Lex Luthor in animations half of the time, like 2 times actually.
Wait, in which what was it like old Superman series?
Not old, because I'm gonna go to it right now. I'm gonna go to it right.
One of the voices for Lex Luthor I know in animation was James Woods in Justice League Action.
Oh, he did voice him multiple times. Sorry, not 2 times. So one of the times he voiced him in Batman Hush from 2019, Reign of Superman from 2019, The Death of Superman. That was pretty amazing.
Oh.
And he also got the opportunity to play Gargamel from 2017 film Smurfs Lost Village.
Yeah, that one I know.
And he was also Monsters vs. Aliens, the movie.
Yeah, that one I know as well.
But Rainn Wilson, like, aka Dwight, like, yeah, even though they had a voice for Lex, who do you think he would be in that situation?
I still say he would be good voicing Brainiac because
Imagine they
him
beat Steve.
like,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
like if like him being like Dwight, since Dwight is like a Brainiac.
Yeah, and the fact that he grew
Yeah,
up on a farm and
with
all
Steve
that.
Carell, with Steve Carell in it,
Joker.
I want him. Oh, I was gonna
Joker.
say Plastic Man, but okay.
No, Joker, because like I see both Michael Scott and Gru. That's why.
Wait, Joker having the Gru nose.
That would be. Oh, you could. They could even do Penguin.
I
Yeah,
was,
like the
the only
penguin
character
resembling.
I thought of my mind for a quick second just now is Darkseid.
No.
Steve Carell as Darkseid. Imagine Darkseid's like, no, absolutely no, Superman. Imagine Darkseid saying, "That's what she said."
Yeah.
No,
I
think him as Joker would be better.
Yeah, because imagine Joker saying, "That's what she said." Who would play Harley Quinn in that one? That would be good. Huh. Oh yeah. So you know about the Joker 2 movie that's coming out in 2024, like, the one from 2019.
Yeah, I heard some news about that.
For Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga's playing her. I
Yep.
wish.
What?
Yeah, she's going Gaga for Joker now.
Yeah, that's like the most I heard about it. The other thing I heard about it is that it's gonna be a musical.
Huh. Joker in a musical. Huh. And fun fact, Keanu Reeves is the most paid Batman actor to this day. That's what the fact said. But in all seriousness, other than Kevin Conroy, who's your favorite Batman?
I think it's for me. It's like Troy Baker, Dietrich Bader. They're like good voices for him.
Same. I also like, of course, the classic Adam West.
Yeah, Adam West. Yes.
Well, for me, it's kind of debatable.
What? Yeah, Robert Pattinson's version of like Batman was like
really
like.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, Robert Pattinson. He did really well. He did really well.
He did surprisingly good for some reason, even though he's been in. What was I about to say? The previous movies he's been in. Oh yeah, the Twilight series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yeah, I said the Twilight series is just garbage, but as Batman and Cedric Diggory and Harry Potter, spot on.
And then, of course, we can't forget the best one, Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, yeah, The Dark Knight.
He was
I want to show you guys
Legends.
something.
Okay.
Wait, I want to show you guys something. Like, you see my profile pic right here? Well, I got it from here at the Ink Tank website, the wiki, and it showed like this, which is amazing.
Nice.
Look, it's every iteration of Ben. Original, Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, Omniverse, and here's current 5YL.
Pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But go back to the Batman topic. Like Christian Bale's Batman is the most iconic one because everybody mimics his voice the most.
Christian Bale, they mimic someone. Like, you don't have a time for an annexation. I'm Batman.
Oh my god, no.
I am the Dark Knight. I am the Nega-Gen. Man, that's...
I am the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Still, nothing can beat Kevin Conroy, although him and Adam West are tied.
Have you heard of Darren Norris's Batman voice?
I think I have, but from I don't know where.
Joker's Playhouse. You know what John Cassier's Joker? You want me to tell you all about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the cast, the cast himself, like, yes, I did say, like, Darren Norris did play Batman. David and Kay both play, like, Superman and Hawkman. Eric Bowser played Flash and Mr. Freeze. Phil Lamar played Cyborg and Gorilla Grodd.
I'm back.
Okay, back.
Okay. So, next one, I'll talk about Ghost Freaked Out. So,
This is my
this.
last episode I was talking about. Then I have to head out.
Oh, you were talking about, actually? Oh, thank you.
No, I said this is my last episode, then I'm going to head out.
Oh, you're going to head out? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, even though this was a good stream and all, like, yeah, Ghost Freak Out if you want me to explain it, though.
All right, go ahead.
So, yes. Yes. Okay, I'm just going to explain the important details. So, yeah. So, Brandon's having a little trouble with Ghost Freak mostly because now he's keep hearing the voices and all that because it all started with Ghost Freak and Walnuts. Basically, and, like, this is, like, one of the few times Walnut talks as, like, Ben's voice and all that. And then we get introduced to Circuit Freaks again. And then Ben turns to Ghost Freak, he can't even have control of it. And it reveals that Ghost Freak was actually his own alien the whole time, but in different form, which in later series, his real name was The Scare.
Yep.
The Scare. He is an interesting villain, in my opinion, especially making his own crew, like, in another episode.
Yeah. And on another point, Gwen was going to a school, of course, she did get affected. I didn't realize the girl that she was chilling with them. She was just a bit of snoot.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining in, Blitz, and we'll do It's No Time with Benton Alien Force.
Yeah, this was a good stream, especially with Charlotte, and especially my first episode, Last Laugh.
Yeah, so see you next Sunday. I'll figure out which stream to do. I'll talk.
Wait, Christian, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, though.
For what?
Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2. Because me, Fresh, and Blitz are gonna talk about Spider-Man 2. So yeah, also forgot about that. But see you, Blitz.
Bye-bye.
See you, Blitz.
Bye-bye. And Bobby, I'm gonna send you that link later. If you know which link I'm talking about.
You can send it on like one of my videos. Like,
all right, I'll send it to you. Okay, I got you. And see you guys.
All right, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
All right then.
Bye.
So talk about a few more episodes on the stream. I know I said 10, but I just want to do a little bit more because I need to lie down a bit because I should take my daily nap.
Like how many?
About 4 more.
Okay, because in like an hour and 5 minutes, I have a class to get to.
Okay, that makes sense. So I'll make this quick. So, random pick. Next one, Ben Wolf. So in this episode, Ben, Gwen, Grandpa meet Grandpa's old friend, Mr. Green, and then Ben develops a crush on his granddaughter Kai Green, and then they run to a jacket werewolf they call the Yenodushi, and then later Ben tries to fight it as a wildvine, and then he times out. Then the Yenodushi slashes the Omnitrix, and then later he slowly starts growing fur. I started becoming a wolf. He got bit and stuff. That's come to transfer to Yenodushi. Of course, he had a special cure for him. And then for hours, he starts transforming to wolf. With Ben, he's with Grandpa and Mr. Green, and then he's fully a wolf. He calls himself Ben Wolf, and then if Yenodushi finds out the cure didn't work, and and the Ontrix found out that Yenodushi is an alien werewolf. The species is actually a little Bloan. So yeah, Ben, if it goes back to normal later on, when Ben uses Ben Wolf a little bit, and then he transfers Campbell and defeats the Yenodushi, and then Kai was not really interested in Ben Wolf, which upset Gwen. So, what do you think about Ben Wolf, the episode and the alien?
I did like it. You want to go first, Kevin?
Yeah, I was about to say that he's pretty cool. That he was pretty cool about that.
But I prefer his new name Blitzwolfer. It sounds much more cooler.
Yeah, Blitzwolfer does sound really good.
All right, so Divided We Stand. This is the first introduction of Ditto, which is my profile picture. So in this one,
I love that guy.
Yeah, Dr. Animal escapes from prison once again, using a mutated seagull. And then Ben is at the beach along with Gwen and Grandpa. And then he transfers to a new alien accidentally. He tries to figure out who it is. And a small black and white alien is not strong, not fast, doesn't having like blast abilities or whatnot. But after he get pulled by the seagull, he is figured out that he can self-duplicate. And then after defeating the seagull, he calls himself Ditto. And then he starts having fun with this new alien, playing basketball and volleyball. And then one of them, the main one specifically, gets captured by Dr. Animal. And then he uses his alien DNA to use the clones' DNA to create mutated clone stinkflies. Then Ben uses Ditto to defeat Dr. Animal.
Yeah. Also, Ditto is voiced by Rob Paulson,
and he's based on one of Rob Paulson's voice characters. Yes, Jack Warner from the Animaniacs, which is really awesome. And Ditto is pretty interesting alien. So yeah. Next one. Let's see.
Yeah. As soon as I first saw Ditto, he immediately became one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah. Big Fat Alien Wedding. So this one, Max's family, one with an alien race called the Leno Pens, or as they call it, sludge puppies, or purple mud-based alien life form. They want to end a feud, but of course her parents didn't want to and stuff, so trying to train other sludge puppies, and then finally he blasts, fights her a female little pen, which is Camille. Parents throws them to stone after heating up and stuff, and they get married. So the Leno Pens were pretty interesting. We also got introduced to Lucy, who is also a Leno Pen, which they didn't know at first. Ben and Gwen, I didn't know, but she's part of the Camille side of the family. She is a flower
cousin.
girl.
And she's also their cousin.
Yeah, well, cousin-in-law in a way. She's also voiced by Tara Strong, which I forgot to mention earlier when I started the stream, that Tara Strong's voiced Ben, and then Paul Iden voiced Grandpa, but that was too late for that. But all right. Next one. Let's see. The Visitor. So this one, Max meets an old friend of his, Xylene.
Well, actually, old flame.
Yeah, true. So yeah, Xylene, alien race, alien android, uses mechanical parts to rebuild itself. As a reveal that she's the one who sent the Omnitrix to Earth, which is the alien ship from the pilot episode against Vilgax, and it wasn't meant for Ben. It was meant for Max, his old friend, because the Omnitrix was programmed to scan Max's DNA and whatnot. So as I relate to Ben, so that's why it latches to Ben. So Ben gets upset. They found the Omnitrix by mistake. So it runs away, and also upset that Grandpa might go away with Xylene in outer space, but then final battle with the android. Xylene enters the code Omnitrix and unlocks a new alien called Upchuck, which is powers to eat any object and spit it out like a bomb. And then Ben becomes friends with Xylene, and then Xylene goes on her merry way.
Yeah, Upchuck, he was really interesting to see.
Yeah, I like his design original series. The UAF, not really.
Well, that's Merc Upchuck. Dude,
Yeah,
in
I know.
Omniverse, I really like that it's a subspecies. I really like that it's a subspecies.
I know, but I prefer his perk design. That's all.
Okay.
All right, one more, then we'll end. Yeah, yeah, one more, then we'll end the stream. Under wraps. So in this one, Ben, Gwen are lazy about the chores. Max decides to take him to a farm for bless you.
Thank you.
So yeah, take him to a farm to do chores for a while. Whereas Ben uses aliens sneakily doing chores, and the boy, or they're working with, tells them about an alien mummy they ran into one night, and then they go and investigate, and then they're find out that cows are mutated by a certain rock stuff called corrodium, which only the mummy species, which is a Depkufine, can it only handle and stuff. So Ben tries to fight it, but Object Scan, the mummy's DNA, is about to transform into it, but tries to upgrade somehow, and then defeats the mummy by freezing it and then burying it into cement underground. And then Ben Gwen complained about not having to do chores on the farm, but want to do chores in RV. Then they go back to their normal lives.
Yeah, that's when Ben unlocks the form Snarrow.
Yes, which is a really good name. I want you to call it Ben Mummy, but I prefer Snarrow.
Yeah, that's what he was at first, but I just wanted to say this. Yeah.
So even though we didn't talk about the rest of the episodes because there's so many, I still think this was a pretty good stream.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, I found out a time to do the one with Benton Alien Force, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, I'll see you next Sunday. I'll figure out what to do. Maybe best worst songs again. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'll see you next time. See you, Bobby, and see you, Kevin. Thank you for joining in, guys.
Yeah, thanks, man. And see ya.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.